Hi, my name's Melody Maskus, and I'm a certified instructor for Judy Niemeyer QuiltWorks patterns. I live in Western Colorado, and I am starting a new adventure. I just had my birthday a few days ago, and I decided that for my birthday, I wanted to start something new, and I want to invite all of you to come along for that. I'm going to start a vlog or a video blog. Have started several times in the past to have a blog website going, and it always fades away. I love to write, and I feel like I'm pretty good at it, but the time that it takes to put it together, edit, and then add the pictures and post, it just takes a lot of time, and that takes away from my teaching and from my personal sewing and from my sewing that I do to create the samples for my portfolio. So I was wondering what I should do in order to still continue that in some way. Well, we came up with this idea. Actually, my husband did. And he said, well, you do a lot of online classes and everybody seems to think that you do okay. Why don't you give that a shot? And I thought, well, that's pretty genius. So I will. So here is the beginning of my vlog, and I invite you all to join along. I'm going to talk about all kinds of things. Um, what's under my needle. I will have occasional unboxings from things that come, whether it be from QuiltWorks or from my suppliers, my distributors for product and things like that. I'll talk about what other things I'm doing. I'll give you tours of my classroom and where I work. I'll talk about how I find inspiration for my colors that I choose, what I do to fix certain issues or mistakes that I've made or that I've come across that are frequent things for my students. Um, just all kinds of things. I really want to do something like this. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. And since I can talk a whole lot faster than I can type, I figured this was going to be something that was going to be pretty easy to do and worthwhile to watch. So I hope you'll come along and join me in this adventure. If you like what you see, then click like and then click subscribe, because the like shows me that you've seen it, and the subscribe will let you see every time I post new content, which I think is going to be a fun way to keep track of each other. If you have questions or comments, you can always add those, and I'd like to interact with you. Share with your friends, share with your family. Let the word get out that I have these YouTube videos for everyone to watch. I like to share what I do. I think that we in general as people, not just certified instructors or quilters or anything, but I think we as people tend to not realize how much knowledge that we have inside of our heads, right between our two little ears. And I think it's important to share what we know, share what we're excited about, let other people see who we are in a way that will help them and maybe encourage them. I really think that's important to do. And I'd like to do that in this vlog. Um, this is just the first one, so there's lots to talk about. And as we go on, things might change a little bit or add a little bit. I might talk about what I'm cooking for the day. I might talk about who's coming into my classroom on that day, or things that I have to get ready for. There's another big topic that I do that is I haven't even mentioned yet, and that is my retreats that I put on. So I will be talking about those as well, and that's coming out really soon for my next retreat that's going to be held in November of 2024. So there's lots of stuff to share, lots of things to think about and to talk about, and I'm really excited for this. It's probably more excited than I've been about a lot of things for a while. I really enjoy what I do. Um, Quilting is not just sewing to me. It is not just making tops or long arming them into finished products of quilts. What I do is food for my soul, and I love sharing that with everybody. So come on along. Click like, click subscribe, and share this with everybody you can think of that would really like to that you think would really like to come along and enjoy this. What I will show you and talk to you about right off the bat is what's behind me right here. This is the very first pattern that I made for Judy Niemeyer, and it's called Vintage Compass. Now, you may not be able to tell that very clearly, so let me give you another little quick look as I sit back in my chair. This is made with Asian fabrics, and it is probably one of the few that I've ever seen that was made with those kinds of fabrics. It's a beautiful pattern, and it was the first one that I took from a certified instructor. I love it, and it's really, really special to me. And it hangs frequently in my home. The one that is over here that you see is called Prismatic Star, and um, it is a very good learning tool for me personally. It was anyhow, and I still use it as an example. Um, I am very much a bright and batik person. Those are the fabrics that and the colors that I gravitate towards. I know that not all of my students are are those kind of people that they aren't attracted to those kind of fabrics. But for me to give a good representation of the patterns and the colors, um, I felt it was important to stretch what I could do. And I tried and I tried and I tried to color my own quilt using Quiltster, which will be another topic on another day. But I tried really hard to color my own colors in this kind of a palette. And I would say I would call it a natural or earth tone. I look at it and it's very natural. There's lots of blues and sage and gray and earth tones, and it's a very rich colorway, and I like it quite a lot. But I couldn't have come up with it myself, so I bought a kit. And I used that kit as a means to help me find a way to become acquainted with and comfortable with that kind of a palette. And I have to say that now I am. I feel much more comfortable with that. And it was an interesting kind of a way to find a tool to use and introduce that into my palette. Um, I still gravitate towards brights. I still gravitate towards batiks, but these are very, very endearing. It's a very masculine quilt, and I really do like it. The way that the white is used in that makes the whole entire quilt kind of glow. Um, and I hope and at another time I'll give you a full view of what that looks like. But I just want to share with you what's behind me. And we'll go into more, and you'll see different things behind me as I talk about things, as I demonstrate things. You'll see more things on the wall behind me. Um, but for now, I think I've taken up enough of your time. And I think this is a good beginning to this vlog series that I'm going to hold. It's going to be hosted on YouTube and it's all free. So, again, don't forget to click like and don't forget to share. And really, don't forget to push subscribe because I'd love for you to come back and visit with me more. But until then, I hope you have a fabulous day and just enjoy yourself with whatever you do, and especially if you're sewing and doing some piecing. Have a great time. We'll talk to you later.